Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day has been great. Mine's been awesome. Black Friday treated me well, boys. I got some decent deals. Today, we have a juicy video. First, we're going to be talking about the Vancouver Overwatch League team and Runaway, because apparently someone saw the entire Runaway roster at the Vancouver airport. Very interesting. It was posted on Reddit and it got a ton of upvotes, guys. Everyone's talking about it. That's going to be the first topic of the video. Then we are moving on and we're talking about the Guangzhou Charge. Today on Twitter, they announced their full roster, every single player, and well, there's some surprises, guys. There are going to be some Western players competing on the Guangzhou Overwatch League team. Stay tuned to figure out who they are. Then, in the last topic of the video, we are going to be discussing the Atlanta Overwatch League team just announced that they are going to have an academy team in North America contenders, and well, they signed up most of the last night's leftover players, guys. Some of the rumors have been true. I've known it for a while. I couldn't really leak it since I'm in the contender scene, but I will talk about it at the end of the video. If you guys are excited to jump into this video, be sure to do yourself a favor and subscribe to my channel and stay updated daily on everything Overwatch League. Now, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, so jumping straight into the Vancouver Runaway situation, this was posted on Reddit yesterday by a guy who goes under the username as Verdasco123, and as I said earlier, it spread like crazy. Everybody's upvoting it and talking about it. The title of it is this: just saw 7 Koreans from Runaway arriving in the Vancouver airport, abbreviation YVR, which is an airport in Vancouver. So immediately looking at this, you see a post that has over 2,000 upvotes and 94% upvoted rate, and the title is just saw 7 Koreans from Runaway arriving in Vancouver airport. You think it's going to be legit, right? Then you hop in and you read this. The guy posted saying, was smoking outside of international rivals, saw 7 Koreans, very nerdy young kids, enter a Star Limousine shuttle bus. One looked like Haxel as well. Anyone have their social media? Maybe they leaking something. Seoul flight from Korea Air just landed half an hour too, so it's probably them, I would assume. And after you read that, you're like, wait a second, is this serious or not? Did he actually spot them? Could Runaway players be in Vancouver right now? And honestly, it's pretty believable, especially the part that he says we should check their social medias to see if any of them are posting anything about flying or just going anywhere in general in order to prove if it is them or not. And then down in the comments, a lot of people were saying, hey, well, Runaway roster was 8 players. You're saying you only saw 7. Then what does that mean? Is it 7 players? Could it be 6 players and a coach? Could it be 5 players and 2 coaches? There's a bunch of questions that we could ask about this. Now, obviously, like, you can't just sit here and say, yeah, this is 100%. This guy really did see 7 Vancouver players. But it's definitely a possibility, because what a lot of the teams are doing right now is visiting their cities, especially the expansion teams. We see the Hangzhou team there right now in China. As well as that, a lot of the Overwatch League Season 1 teams have been visiting their cities throughout the offseason. So it's very believable that he could have seen 7 at the Vancouver airport. And we've also heard that the Vancouver owner throws a ton of money at his players, and he wouldn't be scared to fly all of his players out and, you know, treat them to a nice dinner, show them what it's like to be a part of their organization. It is definitely believable, but it's also unbelievable. I'd say it's a 50-50 right now. You choose what you want to believe. All I know is that Vancouver better be Runaway. Last that I've known, which was over a month ago, is that yes, they were signing and agreeing to pick up all the Runaway players. But you know, times have changed. Rosters still aren't completely locked, so you never know what Vancouver could possibly pull. That's going to be it, though, for this topic. I love this story. It was a great Reddit post, which is probably the main reason it has a bunch of upvotes, even though it's not really reliable. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Do you still hope that Vancouver is picking up all of Runaway? Do you hope that this guy really did see them at the airport? Because that would be sick. Anyways, let's move on now. And real quick before we hop into the next topic, which is going to be the Guangzhou Overwatch League team. Their roster was announced today. I do want to do the talk show question real quick. So if you guys want to get on my talk show, that is going to be this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and ask me, Dante from the Houston Outlaws, and Avast, the former Boston Uprising player, any questions live on your microphone. Answer this question correctly in Discord, and I'll be randomly choosing people who all answered the question correctly in the Discord chat that is labeled Talk Show Answers. So again, if you want to get on the talk show, talk to me, Dante, or Avast, you have to join the Discord, which the link is down below in the description. You have to go to the text channels, find the Talk Show Answers, and put your answer in there. Then I will randomly choose who will come on the show. And the question you guys will be answering is, what was the Dallas Fuel's record just in Stage 4 of the Season 1 Overwatch League? So be sure to join the Discord and type that in the Talk Show Answers chat, and I will be randomly selecting and messaging you guys if you want. And now let's go ahead and move on and talk about the Guangzhou roster. They tweeted this out earlier today on the official Guangzhou Charge Twitter page, introducing the 2019 Guangzhou Charge lineup. Feel the Charge. And then they linked this amazing, probably the coolest player announcement video I've seen so far for any of the expansion teams. Just because the announcer, he was so damn hype. I loved everything about it. Let's roll it.
It's go time! Let's get charged and make some noise! Here's your 2019 Guangzhou Charge lineup. Leading the charge at the tank position from Korea's Primal Rage University, Rio! Playing his second season out of Better Than Poco University, Hakba! Straight out of Seoul, from Lucio's Institute of Music, the Finger Breaker, Chara! From China, out of Mercy School of Medicine, the competition physician, Only Wish! Out of Seoul's preschool for the gifted, the tamer of little dragons, Wang Jae Lee! From Sleep Dart Polytech, the Busan Pillowmaker, Shu! Out of UK's Royal Academy of Whoop-Ass, the Mad Lad, Keep! From the US of A, straight out of UCL Blade, making pandas sad, Nero! From Korea's Black Beret Sniper School, the Babyface Assassin, Happy! And now from China, out of Fujian, People Eater College, the Multiplayer Slayer, Eileen! Let's get charged and make some noise!
Wow, I mean, there's so much to talk about. First of all the players so damn cool, but the video itself was amazing. I loved how hyped the guy was. I loved all the nicknames they gave the player. It sounded so cool. The two big surprises as Western players coming in, we have Nero, who comes from Toronto eSports. Definitely one of the biggest uprising stars all of North America has seen in a very long time. And for the second one, we have Kib, who just absolutely popped off at the Overwatch World Cup for Team UK, defeating USA in the biggest upset of the entire World Cup this past year. So two mega signings there for Western players. So they have some Western players, but they also have a Chinese player. They have Eileen joining the roster, who is a solid DPS player. He was really hyped up in China. A lot of Western players viewed him and Leave as two of the best DPS players, and we were really sad to see that neither of them got into the Overwatch League in Season 1 and thought that at least Eileen, who was of age, should have been able to join. And he is there. Guangzhou might not have a lot of Chinese players, but at least they have one, and it might be a really good one. And then, of course, we can't forget about Hoppa, their off-tank, who just played for Philadelphia Fusion in Season 1, was also in the Grand Finals competing against the London Spitfire. He's on the Guangzhou Charge. This roster is kind of like just a weird mix of players that could possibly come together depending on the coaching staff. And I know I say this a lot about teams, but it really does come down to the coaching staff when you have a big mixture of players from different countries. Because if the coaching staff can't mold them to work with each other, it's never going to work. But if this coaching staff can mold these guys all together and they have good teamwork and synergy, they could be good. I feel like Guangzhou Charge might be a dark horse going into Season 2. Now, of course, just glancing at their roster, they don't have any like superstars. Yeah, they have Hoppa, he was pretty good, but I wouldn't say like superstardom. They have Nero, really good up and rising player in North America, but just a contenders player, right? We don't know if he's going to be a superstar. You look at the Korean players they picked up, they come from meta gaming teams. You know, sure, decent players somewhere in the middle of the pack in Korea, but none of them ever really shined. But I kind of just get the same vibe from these guys that I got from Boston Uprising going into Season 1. They have some talent. These guys are good. The pieces they picked up are solid. And if the coaching staff is good, better than Boston Uprisings, I feel like they could make a playoff run. We'll just have to wait until I do my series where I rank the worst to best teams to see how good Guangzhou Charge really will be, but they're looking decent at this point, and we're getting very close to that moment, guys. Almost every single team has announced their full rosters. We're waiting on Chengdu, Vancouver, and Washington, D.C. to fully announce them, even though we already know the full roster for most of them. But I want everything to be official before I start that series, and I'd also want to know the branding for Vancouver and Washington. But that's pretty much it. Be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know how good you think this roster looks. Will they be middle of the pack? Will they be good? Will they be bad? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. And now let's move on and talk about the Atlanta Overwatch League team, because they just got an academy team. And it's pretty exciting because some really well-deserved players that needed to be on professional teams and get paid have finally gotten those jobs, specifically like Dogman and Ajax, who both did play on Kongarna with me previously, both hungry. I'm super happy that they finally made it to this point, and their team's looking really good going into the next season of Contenders. Let's go ahead and check out the announcement video for them. It was pretty cool. It wasn't as good as the one for Guangzhou Charge, but it was up there. Let's roll it.
Look at LNL, they're so weak across the board, but Sugar Free got Wolf, he was alone, fights his way out of danger.
I'm on the road. Keep them coming. Oh, let's break it. Dang!
Pretty cool, and I must say, guys, this roster is pretty stacked. Gator, probably going to be one of the best main tanks in North American contenders. Looking at the DPS players, we have Saucy and Sugar Free, both really, really young talent that could be amazing. Well, Sugar Free proved it last season. He is incredible. He popped off for LNL, then moving on to the supports, Ajax and Dogman. Very hungry players, always looking to improve, and damn, they have made themselves finally in the scene, so I'm so happy for them. I really do feel like Atlanta could be one of the teams to finally take down Fusion University. That would be a wild prediction, but it's possible. That is going to be it, though, for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're excited about Atlanta picking up an academy team, if you're excited about the Guangzhou Charge roster, and the Runaway situation. Be sure to subscribe if you guys want to watch more Overwatch League videos every single day. Stay updated on everything. You have to subscribe. I'm out here, guys, though. Thank you for watching. Peace.